So is that the cabin?
Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. We were hauling down that dirt road.
Yeah, we were cooking.
Yep. Fun.
So,
this is Bucket Nuster, by the way. You're watching TMP. That is the Nutnfancy Project Dirt Rider episode. Take it away, Bucket.
So we started this ride out. We decided we hadn't really done a real desert ride yet. So this is a route that I actually checked out well, about a year ago, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to take you guys along with, just because it's so historic. And one of the cool things I like about out here is the topography never really changes. So, you know, if you can take a look into the distance and take a look at this mountain or this mountain over here, and you're essentially viewing the same thing that people have been viewing in this area for how many hundreds of years, which I thought was pretty cool. This road actually right here is the old Pony Express route that you know, started back east and, I don't know, ends up out west here someplace, probably at the coast somewhere. I forget where it ends up, but so all along this road you'll see landmarks. I don't know if we should see some of them out here where old Pony Express stations were. So, you know, Pony Express only lasted a couple of years, but deeply part of American folklore, which, I don't know, I think is pretty cool.
Definitely. There's some really cool landmarks that have been out here for years. Sadly, some have been vandalized, which infuriates Bucket and myself. Guys peeling off the bronze plaques, stealing them, which is pretty uncool.
Yep.
But there's still some left, and if we see some, we'll stop and show you.
Yep, there's still a few around. Actually, just up the way here, there's an old Indian pet cemetery that we'll stop and check that out, and we can take a look at that. So,
can you imagine if you were a Pony Express rider and you're cooking along here on this dirt road and you see two dirt bikers fly past you at 85 miles an hour? What would go through your mind?
How cool would that be?
Back to the future.
Seriously.
Speaking of which, and this is not even planned, check out the sticker I got on the KTM. I drive at 88 miles per hour just in case, Bucket.
Nice.
Now, all this is true, what Bucket says. It's just pretty much as it was back, heck, 1700s, 1800s. The sucky part is they're putting a VF factory outlet here next week.
Yep. But it'll be nice because we'll be able to hit the store on the way out to the desert. So, dig it.
We're kidding, guys. Yeah. Sometimes we got to let them know we're kidding.
Yeah, there's nothing going in out here. But
no, development has not reached this area. We hope it stays that way. Several states out here in the West were very smart in how they planned I don't know, their expansion. They set aside, you know, some BLM land, some national forest land, so it's not just for those people who are rich enough to buy into the land when it was sold. It's set aside for future generations, and that's what we're going to see today, is land set aside that way.
Yeah, you remember when we were up in Washington, you know, you try to go out and do some kind of adventure like this, or you try to go out on the lake. The lakes were all socked in with private property. I mean, there was some national forest up there, but there was a ton of private property, and it just made it kind of difficult to adventure.
It did.
Yeah.
Huge adventure. So we're going to take you along. We'll give you some GoPro footage. It may be boring, hopefully not. And we'll give you a flavor of the ride. If there's any drama, breakdowns, injuries, we'll show you that too. Hopefully none of the above. So, cool TMPers digging this moto stuff, man. I've heard from a lot. They are digging it. The views aren't, I don't know, really indicative of that. I think fewer than 10% of the subscribers are really into the moto adventuring, which is disappointing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is, but you know what? We're having fun doing it, and with freaking ammo prices where they are, this is where we're at.
Yeah, we'll be doing some more shooting when it's necessary for testing and review. That's still on the docket. But heck, when that video gets, I don't know, 20,000 views and this video gets 20, I'm gonna do stuff that's fun and memorable. You know, with a good friend.
Yep.
I couldn't find such a friend today, so I just took Bucket.
Yeah. You make do with what you got, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right, well, let's go.
Hey, one of those TMPers, by the way, was a IDF guy. Did I show you that picture?
No, I want to see that.
I'll roll it in right now. Check out this TMPer. He's an IDF guy. He's wearing 2 stars. I'm not really sure what rank that is in IDF. I'm sure 1,000 comments will pop up telling everybody.
Yeah.
He's got a Tavor with it's totally tricked out. He's got a Do You TMP patch on his LBE.
Nice.
He's got a freaking chest-mounted pistol, which I highly recommend whenever you can. And the dude's got a Merkava tank with a crew member in the background. I think it's a Merkava. It might be a different tank, but I thought that's picture of the month right there from TMPers.
How cool is that?
It's cool.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Awesome. So here we go, guys. You're hosting.
Okay.
You're our host, and I'm going to fade back so I don't get munched with dust a little bit.
Or you can just scoot up. Well, once we get out in some of the flat areas, we can just, ride 2 abreast or whatever.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, anyway.
All right, brothers.
Let's hit it.
Thanks for coming along. Hope you guys are having a great summer. We're making the most of good times, ROL, right now. Some plaque there. Dude, lots of history here. Out. There's one of those markers we're talking about. Pony Express Trail. How cool is that? Unfortunately, it's vandalized by some idiot. How selfish is that?
Right now.
Hey, check this out. Look at our dog friends. Come here, pup. Hi. These, I bet, are working sheepdogs. Come here. Hi. Come here, buddy. Hi there. How are you? Oh, Allie's gonna be jealous. She's gonna be jealous. So where's your sheep? He's got a friend over there too. And I bet you they're related. How cool is that? I bet you those are working sheepdogs.
Possibly.
Because they're sheep that are...
They do run some sheep up in these hills up
Right.
there, I think.
Right.
Although I don't know about this time of year.
I haven't seen any. Of course, I haven't been out here for a while. Have you?
I haven't.
I got to keep an eye on Bucket because whenever there's sheep in the vicinity...
It never ends, does it? Never.
If he's lost, I know where to go looking. Look at these good-looking dogs. If they weren't wearing collars, I'd be worried. But these are working dogs. They belong to a farmer, I'm thinking. How cool is he? Came out to say hello and he's going back to work. There you go. Quick stop. Yeah, it's really sad that plaque is gone. It's selfish someone would take that and say, hey, I want that for my room. What about all the tens of thousands of people behind you that could have gained something from that monument? That would have been cool, don't you think? Yeah, that wasn't that way last time I was out here. It's probably those wildfires last year.
Yeah, there could be.
Speaking of which, the fire hazard out in this country right now is astronomical. The winds are whipping up 50 miles an hour. It's dry as ever out here. And man, I hope they don't have more fires. There's a Pony Express sign right there.
Yeah, there was, we had a lot of, it's not that we didn't have a lot of snow this winter, we did, it just fell in all the wrong spots, so it fell down in the valley, so we had all this underbrush is now well fed, and it's really dry.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I'll take those bats from you, dude. It just died.
What's that?
Bug hooking me up with some AA batteries for my GPS now. We own this place. There's no one out here, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
Wonder if we could turn this into a ride and eat and go out to Dugway.
I wonder.
It's not that far.
Check this out. What a cool area back here. Oh, look at that. The stream.
I'm really liking this road, Bucket.
It's a cool spot.
This rocks.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
You want to get a loan, come out here.
Yeah, seriously. I actually brought my boy out here. This was probably, oh, he was about 2 years old, so a couple of years ago. And we found some kind of cool stuff up here. Hopefully it's still there. We'll be able to show it to you.
Cool.
Yep.
I think your biggest threat out here is running out of gas.
Seriously. Hence,
well, that's what we're telling you guys. He set this up for the exact kind of ride we're doing right now. He's got a 37-gallon tank.
yeah, 37 gallons. You betcha.
I'm 2.5. So with extra, we're kidding, not 37, of course. What is it, 6.6?
It's almost 7 gallons.
Okay. And then I'm working about 140-mile range on this thing with some fuel bottles that I have with. And then if I run empty, I can use a little fuel off his. He's got a drain cock on there. But we still can't go balls to the wall out here. We'll be in a world of hurt.
No, that's what I was saying earlier. Hopefully the camera captured it. I said I was kind of putting along back here just to kind of keep the RPMs down, to keep the fuel consumption at a minimum, and hopefully get a little bit of range out. Not that I've got really any concerns. I just don't want to run you out of gas.
I mean, as long as we can, 140 is what I got.
We should
Unless
be good.
we bounce into town on that side.
It's just amazing to me. I can't tell you how long it took me to get back here in the Land Cruiser, to pick my way through here.
Yep.
I mean, I'm amazed at how quickly we're getting back here.
These bikes rule.
Oh, they're awesome.
It's freedom. It's absolute freedom, man.
That's
so
the thing
cool.
that I love about coming out here with this. You are limited by your skill, and that is it. There's no speed traps. There's no one watching you. You just come out here and do what you want to do. Whatever you think you can handle, you can do it.
It's Big Boys program.
It is. I love it.
It's the Old West the way it used to be. It's America the way it used to be.
It's America the way that should be.
Instead of all the freaking protectionists, you got signs and restrictions and rangers getting in your face all the time. And when we were up in the canyon the other day, you saw Buggett. He was a little bit irritated there at the end.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like being around a bunch of people.
You know, and I
don't
want to come across as a people hater, because I'm not. It's just, when I want to go out in the backcountry, I'm not going out there to hang with the masses.
We're all that way, Buggett. You're in good company here in TMP. Good company. I mean, given this, as far as the solitude that we've achieved already versus what we had,
yep,
this dominates. Don't get me wrong. I love that Alpine up there.
Oh, it's beautiful up there.
It's amazing.
Yep.
All right, so I'll lead out.
Yeah, you can lead out.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Hey, is that the cabin?
That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna park over here and shut her off.
All right, we'll go check it out. Jeremiah Johnson. Go check it out here. Always show the boots on all the adventures. places we go in
They
the
kinda-
Nutnfancy
They
project.
kind of tell the story, don't they?
They really do. You can tell a lot by showing the boots. How styling is that? Old cabin there.
So those are some rough cut logs.
Yeah.
So
Where did they find trees that big here? There's not that many. I mean, these little scrub oaks and
they're long gone now if they were here. You know, somebody
junipers.
told me once that some of these mountains around here had ponderosas back in the day, and that when they came out here to mine, they lost a lot of the ponderosas, but I don't know if I buy it.
I bet you guys have been in here with a metal detector looking for
Oh,
stuff.
sure.
Probably back in the 70s they did.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to know the history of what this was, who lived here?
Oh yeah.
Was it just a little farming, you know, a little farmer's cabin?
Idea.
Where the freak are the gun ports for the Indian attacks?
That's a good question.
Maybe there's a big one. That's a big window right there, actually. Looks like it. Still standing. Could still be some shelter for you too, Bucket.
Yep.
Just clear out the rattlesnakes. And
Yeah,
just use-
seriously.
No joke.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of rattlers back here.
We're in rattler country. Rattler. What a cool place,
I'm
man.
gonna go check this out up here.
Yeah. More desert flowers. Freaking Tactical Gear Adventure channel, and I'm looking at the flowers all the time. Bucket's always peeling his helmet off. I just leave mine on. Dude, you see me. I put down some chow on the riding eats.
Seriously, you do. What do you eat, like one meal a day?
Once a day I eat.
Yeah.
Snack around that. I got a question.
Why are we walking?
Why are we walking? Seriously. Let's jump on the damn
Let's
bike.
go ride. We'll ride them up here.
Call me Mr. Obvious. I mean, walking rocks and everything, but not in this stuff.
Yeah, seriously. This is some cool country up here. You know what'd be cool to do is go get up in these rocks and do a long range shoot across the valley.
How are we going to get steel back up in here? Bring the truck?
Well, you got a son.
Huh?
You got a son.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They complain. I don't want to do that. That requires work. Yeah, this would be a cool place. Shoot, you could get the truck back up in here.
Yeah, you could. I actually had the Land Cruiser all the way back here.
There's a
no
tree
problem.
fall back there that narrowed the road quite a bit. You have to get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's, I don't know if you saw that, well, I'm sure you did, that wash. The wash, if you're back here in a four-wheel drive, I mean, it kind of tips you on the side.
It's kind of freaky, isn't it?
It's a little freaky, yeah.
We'll do it in your car. And then if you roll, I'm bailing.
I'm getting out, you're driving.
I'll save it in the wash below. You'll go, I cannot believe Nutton drove it out. Hey, I'll tell you what, why don't you keep hiking, Bucket, and I'll see you at the top.
I don't think so.
You're walking.
.30 weight. That's an old can there.
They haven't made pure metal oil cans for a long time.
Yeah, long time.
Speaking of the 1970s, I think that's the last time I saw one. Even then, they were like wax cardboard with metal on the top.
Yep.
Remember those ones? Dude, this is what dirt biking is all about for Bucket and I. What you're seeing right here. Well, maybe not Bucket urinating for, I don't know.
I gotta take a leak.
Do you need the tweezers again? Bucket urinating. It's like every 10 minutes. I hope his prostate is all right.
I'm well hydrated.
No, but coming out to a place like this, it's just amazing. And what really sets it off for me is the history, you know, seeing history in the old log cabin. Bucket and I both are kind of, I don't know, spiritual that way. I mean, we connect to the past. We're appreciative of it. We like to understand it. We like to understand those who came before us. Not a lot of people are like that. I mean, they'd buzz right past this cabin, wouldn't even think twice about it. They wouldn't think about the people who lived there before us. They wouldn't think about the generations that came before, the history. But that's, I don't know. Buggett and I have always had that in common, that we really dig that.
You know what the cool thing, it's the human story behind it. You know, you take a look at, I mean, I don't know, who knows how old that thing is. It could be late 1800s, I don't know, maybe not.
Who knows?
But the people that came west, you know, they're the same, they came from the same stock as the people that came over from Europe looking for freedom, you know? And that's the type of person that settled this country, and I think the whole human story behind that would force someone that wants to make a living, that would come all the way out here, all the way out into the middle of nowhere, build a cabin up here in this rugged country and live. Probably have a family.
No guarantees whatsoever.
No.
And in some parts of the country, the Indians were a huge issue.
Yeah.
They raided and killed those European settlers all the time.
Yep. Yep. Well, should we ride up there, see what we can see?
Yeah, I'm down. And you know, here we are, our biggest concern is fuel.
Yeah.
Those guys are like, what are we eating tonight? By the way, did anybody see what hole that ground squirrel went into?
Yeah. That would make a fine meal.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they ate high on the hog. They ate freaking crickets and squirrel,
Grubs.
everything, grubs.
Yep.
They whatever they could to survive.
Yep. It was a different type of people who were around back then.
Part of TMP, honestly, is trying to get some of that back into my viewers. Is that self-reliance, that toughness, the ruggedness, the ability to function in austere environments.
Yep. Not that we're really, we're roughing it too hard today, but...
I was just getting ready to say, okay, granted, we're on motorcycles today. But if we'd been on foot, we wouldn't have reached this today.
No.
We'd still be hiking somewhere out there in the flatlands where it's 95 degrees.
It would be days.
Yeah.
Days.
I mean, I would be like miles ahead of you, waiting for you to catch up.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking you'd be ahead of me.
I'd be on a horse.
Horses would be fun up here.
Yeah, it would.
It'd be a real good time.
Mm-hmm.
There's some places I think horses are really suited to. A road like this, perfect. Perfect. A single track hiking trail where they shit everywhere, not so perfect.
No, not so much.
Where hikers come along and have to step all in it, no, I'm not for that. And they tear the trails up, sorry, they just do.
I think you're more of a goat guy.
Depends how it's cooked. Bam! That's steeper than it looks.
Yeah, it's a deceptive trail. You don't realize it until you're already committed.
I don't know if I've got the skill level for that yet.
Well, you know what? I got stuck up on top too, so don't feel bad.
And this little hose right here popped off, leaking gas. I'll put a little stainless clamp on that, like I said on GoPro.
And then I totally killed it on the way down.
Yeah, me
locking
too.
up the back tire.
Totally. Well, at least we did it.
Yeah, we did.
Now I see why the guy built the log cabin there.
Yeah, not at the top? Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. There's the guy's potato cellar. Just right down the road from the cabin. Pretty cool.
There in the distance, coming down out of the higher country. Didn't expect to see this much water back here.
wild Mustangs.
That's pretty cool.
You don't see that every day, do you?
Nope, that's not something you see every day.
Wow, that really made the ride, Buggett.
That's pretty cool.
The Mustang ride. How many head are there? About, let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Little Colt in tow too.
Yeah, yep. It's amazing they can live out here.
It really is. You want to go rope one and ride it?
I'll film you if you're in.
I'm kidding. They're smart, those wild horses.
Yeah.
They are a breed apart from the domesticated horse. They don't stay alive out here for being stupid.
No, they don't.
Wow, that's awesome. So is this a Pony Express trail right here?
I think so.
I see the sign right there. I guess the vandals don't come out this far. Look at that. Dude, we ought to go busting down this road. Where are you taking us? Down back to the north?
Yeah, this is going to take us up past Simpson Springs and then kind of back towards where we originated.
Cool. It's all good, man. You can go any cardinal direction. You got really cool sights out here.
I was out here like all day when I was out here in the Land Cruiser. Just the vastness and the condition of the roads when I was out here before wasn't really conducive to making very good time.
It can get sloppy out here.
Yeah.
You and I have seen that.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. Information on the wild horses. You can pause this frame. There's all your information. The worst imps of Satan in the business. That is awesome. The only way I can master them was to throw them and get a rope around each foot and stake them out and have a man on the head and the other on the body while I trimmed the feet and nailed the shoes on. I generally took half a day to shoe one of them.
Pony Express station keeper. It's a guy that was saying that. It says, none were easy to ride, but in a race for life, the Pony Express rider mounted on a half-broken Mustang could leave danger far behind. That's pretty cool.
Those Mustangs hauled ass.
They were moving, weren't they?
And I'll tell you, that's what the Comanches used too, and that's why they were so hard to fight, because the Comanches were so extremely mobile on their Mustangs.
Oh, they could cover so much distance in a day.
They would hit a settlement and then they would book it 300 miles north with no stops for food or rest.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The Mustangs were a breed that just dominated the European breeds.
Yeah.
They're smaller, faster, and they can live, well, just like we saw.
Out here in the desert.
Yeah.
What else can live out here?
Not much.
Yeah.
What a cool little area this is, man.
Yeah, this is neat. Yeah, I haven't stopped out here before. I passed through here once and never did.
It's really easy to get caught up in the ride, you know, and you just blow past like something like this. It's not wise, though.
No, you really miss out if you do.
Especially we're taking like 100 dudes with us on this ride.
Yeah, in a way we are, aren't we?
We are. I'm gonna go see what this is first. I guess I ought to use the pathways. I'll tell you what, if you're a Boy Scout and you're looking for an Eagle project, coming out and doing something to enhance a place like this, in my opinion, is where it's at. You know, there's all kinds of projects you can come out and do. Something that stands the test of time, you know, 2 decades later, you can go, hey, I did that for my Eagle project. Suck it.
Yep.
Now we're talking. Alvin Anderson used stone from the abandoned Pony Express station when he built this in 1893. It was intended for his wife, who died in childbirth before she could live in it.
Wow.
I'm glad they got a chain link around it. The Anderson Stone Cabin.
Another personal story.
It's good to know a little bit about this one.
That guy placed those stones by hand over 100 years ago. That's amazing to me.
And all that work, and then his poor wife dies on him.
Yeah.
The harsh realities of the frontier
Yeah,
just
life on the frontier.
boggle my mind. That
Wait a
pretty
second.
grass.
They didn't have rebar back then.
What's that? What'd you say?
So wait a second, they didn't have rebar back then.
Hey, just a second. They no doubt reinforced it so it wouldn't fall over. So you live in a cabin here in 1893. What are you eating? What are you growing?
I don't know, man.
He had to have a way to get water.
Well, if you look up there, there must be some source of water up there because of the type of trees that are growing.
Right. See, if with water, then everything becomes possible. Then he can have a little garden plot. He can raise
Frankly.
cows.
You look right there, that looks a little out of place.
Generally, if you find these cabins, the dudes that built it scoped out the terrain and they found water somewhere.
They didn't live long enough to build a cabin without having some water nearby.
Yeah. Well, that greenery right there indicates there's some moisture somewhere around here.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's a cool little road up there.
Yeah, it is.
You want to go bust up it?
Go check out that cave.
Let's try it. Go look at this monument real quick. That's the kind of plaque we were talking about at that other monument. See how cool that is? Just gives so much history to this. The last riders passed around October 1861. The coming of the overland telegraph made it inadvisable to continue the Pony Express. Yeah, you think? The spring was discovered by Captain J.H. Simpson, 1858. So, there's a spring nearby. That's probably up that road then.
Yeah, it could be.
That answers our question about the water.
Yep.
Albeit I would have built the damn cabin up that way, closer.
Yep.
Unless, way back then, there's a creek coming down. You just never know.
Well, you don't, and he probably had, I think it's set up there that he used stuff from the old Pony Express route. You would still think that they would have put the Pony Express station near water, but yeah, who knows?
How in the hell did they get cable up here? Or internet?
Oh, they had dish.
In that case, this place is hospitable. What's this?
Yeah, it says this nearby restored cabin is located at the approximate site of the original station and closely resembles the original.
Cool. So it's a replica of the original Pony Express station.
Yeah.
How cool. I wonder if those things were attacked by the Indians too.
I wonder.
I bet you they were.
Interesting thing about those guys, I guess they had a weight limit and a height limit of who they would accept. And I remember reading an advertisement for Pony Express riders. They said orphans preferred.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
So when you die, you don't leave behind family.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of like a jockey, you know, the
Yeah.
small jockeys.
Yep, I think they carried two revolvers and a carbine of some kind.
Speed was their friend.
Yep,
Little Mustang and fast.
yep. And I think the stations were about 40 miles apart from each other. That's a long ride on a
Yeah, it
horse.
is. Kind of sounds like the old TMP firepower versus mobility
Yeah.
thesis. They opted for mobility. Cool. This is excellent. Look at this.
Man, it's actually somewhat cool in here.
Yeah, it is. Dude. Replica Pony Express station. Just excellent. Wouldn't it be fun to see what the provisions were they had?
Yeah.
What was going on back then?
Yeah, I can't do that today. I need to pre-coordinate that if I'm going to do it.
If you stay out that late.
Yeah.
I'm telling Buggett we need to bust out that way. Reverse course, come past this monument about 9 o'clock at night, get back to the truck around midnight. That's what I'm down for today.
We're going to do it.
Huh?
We're gonna do it. You know what? That's a Wendover day.
Dude, I thought we're doing it today. What up? You just give me like a 100-mile ride and we're calling it quits? That's weak.
No, we're not doing that. We got some more exploring to do.
All right. Don't rip me off here, man. I want to get my money's worth on this freaking ride.
All right.
If I'm gonna dump my bike and melt my pants, it's gotta be worthwhile.
Dude, you gotta quit rubbing yourself so hard.
I know I did that when I picked it up. It wasn't while I was riding it. I'm gonna heat wrap that bad boy. I'm gonna see if I can scrape that off and then I'm gonna heat wrap it. Gained 10 degrees coming down to the valley again.
Yeah.
It was like 75 up in the mountains. See ya, Anderson cabin. We just crossed a whole herd of antelope. They're trying to figure out how to rejoin. Don't worry, girlfriend, we ain't gonna hurt you. We love our antelope out here. Except those darn antelope babies. I don't know if you guys can see them. I'm kind of in a rut down here. There she goes. Look at this sweeping scenery, guys. Wow. And I thought the stuff we saw in California on the Ducatis was epic. They did get ravaged pretty bad by wildfires here, though. It's decimated. We just drove through that. I showed you some of that on GoPro.
A little dusty.
Yeah, that's a great road, man. Where do you want to go from here? I haven't been that far.
What time is it anyway?
4 p.m.
Really?
Yeah. Gonna go check out Dugway? Where's Grand Valley from here?
That way.
It's a long ways, isn't it?
It's a ways, yeah.
I don't care. I would like to do a 100-miler, though. Hey, we could go over by Point Break.
Let's go buzz over there.
Yeah.
Is this the right road?
That looks like a baby antelope right there, dude.
Yep. Yep, must have been laying down over there while the herd was grazing.
I'm sure Mama's close by. Sorry, antelope. We ain't gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
We may harass you a little bit with a wee bit amount of noise. That's about it.
Yeah, they're up there, and that's the direction we're headed.
Yeah, they're not gonna dig us so much. They're all gonna say, Nutnfancy, dude, first you come and do a cooking on the tailgate where we're at. We come over here to get away from you. Now dirt bikes? Seriously, dude.
Leave us alone.
Isn't this amazing out here, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The grasslands.
This is the most wildlife I've ever seen out here. What
Really?
we've seen today. Oh yeah.
We lucked with those wild Mustangs.
Yeah, we see muleys, pronghorn, antelope.
Whatever. Back there. I'll just wind it up, throw it away. I had a driver just beat the hell out of it. Bugga thought he had me. I stomped him.
What?
Dude, I walked you. Were you like floored out?
No.
Yeah, you were.
Not even close.
No way.
Serious.
Let me see your max speed on your GPS.
It's dead.
Ah, that sucks.
What was your max?
97.
Huh?
97.
Are you kidding me?
It's on the GPS. Come look.
Yeah, dude. This thing tops out at about 90.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all it's got. Gosh, a freaking 350? And I'm cooking too. My oil temp is
Really, it's cranking.
yeah, it's hot.
Well, maybe water cool is the way to go out here.
Maybe, well, yeah, probably.
It has its downsides like we showed in that other video. Freaking radiator hode popping off.
I cannot believe that thing's got that much juice. That just blows me away.
Come look at the GPS, man.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
It was cranking. Well, I am running premium in it now.
97.
What?
That's awesome.
It's crazy. So,
All right, I'm buying a 690.
I knew you would. You want to go ride this real quick?
No, I don't.
Dude, jump on it.
I don't.
Jump on it, go storming up that.
All right.
Now's the time. You can take 10, 15 minutes taking a ride. I'm going to warn you though, you're not going to want your Honda after you drive it.
That's why I don't want to get on it.
You got to do it though. You
right.
got to do it, man.
97. That's just sickening.
And that's weighed down. I mean, like a buttload of tools, 2 fuel cans, gun, non-lethal, first aid, food, and about 2 gallons of fluids of water.
Yeah, but there's like a 30-pound dildo in the back of that.
You're carrying the batteries. Oh my gosh, look, the freaking header got so hot it melted that nylon clean off.
Oh, it did.
It's gone.
You cooked it.
It cooked it. Have fun, brother. Then we'll debrief the ride here. Let that dust pass.
That thing cooks.
Hauls, don't it?
It hauls. Yeah, that thing's fast.
Yeah.
Man.
Sweet.
Well, I guess that's new technology for you.
And it's lighter than your bike
Oh, totally.
by 50 pounds. I wish you could stay longer and do
Yeah, I know.
more.
I know. I wish I could too.
This is becoming a trend with you, I'm noticing.
Well, if you need an all-day event, it needs to be planned in advance.
Oh, I thought that's what this was.
Sorry, man.
Dudes, what do I gotta do? Talk to your secretary?
Actually, yeah.
Your wife? Well, I'm glad you can make it out this far. Here's the news. I'm probably gonna keep riding.
I don't blame you.
Do you care?
No.
Do you wanna ride back? And then I'll drop your stuff off?
Yeah, you can drop it off, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just swing by the ranch and drop your crap.
Yeah, I'll just take the bike. That's fine.
Wicked.
Awesome.
Do you need more gas?
No, got plenty.
You sure?
Yep.
Hey man, thanks for coming.
Thanks for going.
That was a fun ride. We didn't go that long. 76 or so, he just put a couple more miles on it.
Saw some cool stuff today, though.
Dang right we did. Mustangs, antelope, Sasquatch.
Man, I can't believe how fast that thing is. Seriously.
It's gonna just eat away at you, Bucket.
It's killing me. It's already killing me.
Now that you've ridden it, it's gonna be eating at you. Eating and eating.
Yep.
Well, it's part of the...
That's amazing, too, because it's got half the displacement. About half. But
Yeah, that's a 20-year-old bike there, almost.
You've done a lot of work to this bike though.
Done a fair bit, just kind of cleaning some stuff. Well, yeah, cleaning some stuff up, but that
This bike does really well.
it does.
Freaking 90 miles an hour out of a 600. That's pretty dang good.
It's not bad, but it's, you know, that motor's been around forever, and it's just about bulletproof. That's one good thing about it.
The funny thing with you though, it's so funny, is you want your bike to do everything.
I do.
I keep telling Buggett, get 2 bikes. You know, both use, get a good adventure bike or road bike. That's your go fast machine. And then get a dedicated lighter weight dirt, but he won't do it. He likes an all-in-one. He likes to, well, he likes this. He likes this concept. You heard what he said. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna get a KTM 690, which by the way, we both agree that's an outstanding bike.
Oh, it's a great bike.
It's kind of heavy still. It's 310 pounds.
Yeah, it's probably weighs about as much as that, but it's got, gosh, probably a 30 again the horsepower. I think it's got about 60 horsepower.
Yeah, that thing will probably do a $120.
Yeah, I think that's what it'll do.
I love that 690.
Yeah, jeez.
Oh no, the wheels are cranking. KTM dealership, get ready for Buggett. And yeah, honestly, there's no other make that attracts me that does what that bike does. I mean, either the 350 exc-f or the 500 exc. Either one are good.
Well, you know, I bought this with the intention that it would do about 100 in it. It won't do that the way it's set up right now. But honestly, the thought of building the motor to the point where it will and gearing it where it will, if I gear it where it will, it's almost useless on the trail.
Well, you get to that point too, you're better off to sell it and get a different bike. You're pumping money, lots of money in something where you can just get something off the factory showroom floor with a warranty that's dialed already. Yeah. That's running an EU map on it, so it's not US mapped on the box.
That thing goes.
It kicks
I was
some
really
eggs.
surprised.
Yeah.
97.
We're signing off. T and Peters, thanks for coming along. This has been the Nutnfancy Project Dirt Rider Mustang ride on the Pony Express Trail with great friend Buggett.
Good times.
Yeah. Next time all day.
All right.
I'm gonna do another 100 without you now.
You better gas up.
I will. See ya!